Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, my Gemini friends and friends of Gemini. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and I'm Zachary. Thank you guys for joining me here, and welcome to my table. So this is your reading for January 2024. I'm going to go ahead and just get started shuffling for your spirit animal energy. And then we'll move into messages from, I've got my Starseed Oracle and then my Blue Angel Oracle as well. I pulled a card from each of those, and I'll talk to you about that. And also what came through in connecting to your energy, okay? The Blue Angel Oracle here is absolutely one of my favorite decks, and it was given to me by a wonderful subscriber of mine. Thank you so much, Mama Dragon. I truly appreciate it. The artwork on here is absolutely stunning and fantastic. All right, so moving forward here. Dolphin, play. You playful Gemini, you. So swim in the happy joy of living, inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom, go with the flow. I don't know if you guys had this. This has come out for a few of the signs recently. So there's definitely a need, like there's a lot of transmuting that's coming through, especially at the beginning of the year. Pisces had quite the mission to start the year off. So if you have any major Pisces placements in your chart, I would recommend taking a look at that. But with the dolphin having play come through, I feel like there is just a need to connect with this lightness in our lives because things are heavy, right? And the oracle cards that came through here too they talk about the heaviness that's coming through. So it makes sense to me to have play in here. It's important to go with the flow, okay? So the Starseed Oracle here, you guys got Empathic Starseed, Energetic Sovereignty, and Absorbing What Isn't Yours. Trying to find the best distance here to show this card, or these cards. So what this card talks about is essentially, absorbing what isn't ours. You may be an individual that transmutes energy just with your presence. So there's nothing that you have to do actively, intentionally to transmute energy. You just do. Maybe you're somebody that people come up to and just spill their life story to. You just happen to be that person that everybody, for whatever reason, just seems comfortable with. It's probably because you're one of those individuals that's able to transmute that energy, like I said. So what this card is encouraging you to do is to keep some energy for yourself. It's saying you don't need to go out into the world. Like if you don't have to, you don't need to. Empathic starseeds tend to be a bit more drawn to isolation, to separate from those energies because of that. So you're being encouraged to not, you don't need to step away from that, okay? If somebody or yourself, somebody else is making you feel bad for not stepping outside of that, screw them, okay? This is about you, all right? They talk about stopping to start, right? Switching off to switch back on. There's a need to take a break. Something is feeling overwhelming is what I'm getting from it. And there's a need to separate, to regain your energetic sovereignty again. You may be too enmeshed in somebody else's energy right now, and it's affecting you emotionally, energetically, physically, perhaps even. So there's just an encouragement to get back into your own energy, okay? It's okay to shut things off for a second if you need to. That includes your phone, friends, family, whatever. It's not like you're permanently cutting them out. You need a break, okay? And you don't need to explain it to anybody either, honestly. If you want to, go for it. But this is about you. This is about regaining your energetic sovereignty. So the Blue Angel Oracle that came through here was memories. And memories here talks about the main focus is healing. The book talks about memories coming up, okay, like from the heart. Laughter, joy, pain, sorrow, grief. There is an encouragement right now, very similar to what the Empathic Starseed is saying, to take a break, to take a rest, because those memories are coming up. So what the encouragement here is to be gentle with yourself as that's going, not to place anything more beyond the experience that's coming up on top of it. So, and love existing in those memories is what it's talking about. So it's just encouraging you to experience what it sounds like, especially here in January, start of the year, your heart, and And like I said, there's like a major transmutation kind of energy that's going on. This is the second set of signs that I'm starting with here. So you're number 5, but it seems like that's a main theme. This being the case for you as well, there's a need to go with the flow. Well, that talks about that in the dolphin here. Go with that flow. And if you are absorbing energy that isn't yours, if it's tainting your ability to be in your own energy, this connection with anyone else, it's going to make it difficult for you to go with what your heart is bringing up in this period. And it's important for you to be present with that, is what it's saying. Okay. Loved ones from the past. That's something that the book talks about as well coming up. So yes, there may not be like, you may not have this encouragement to like, I don't know, go out and whatever it is that you consider play. What I'm getting from this with the component that's coming through the dolphin, they're a very intelligent species. Okay. They're very compassionate. Like if they've been known to help people who have fallen overboard, like back to safety. And that's because they can feel, just like we can as humans, like fear from another animal. And they have compassion towards another. They can tell that they need help. And so they help. I don't know if that's every dolphin. I mean, maybe they're like humans, but there are ones that do. So what I'm getting is a note of compassion too, connecting to the empathic starseed and the memories here. You're being asked to carve out some space for yourself right now as things are coming up. Maybe attach to your inner child too, that with the play component coming through. Okay, let's get into the tarot here. So Spirit, what do we have here for Gemini for January 2024? What do we have? Oh, your meditation. I'm so sorry. My bad. So in connecting with your energy, what came through? First of all, I saw like an arrow pointing up, and then I saw this little cluster of mushrooms, some fungi. So I immediately got connected to like Super Mario because they eat the mushrooms and they grow. So that could be a component of play. You're being asked to connect with something that you enjoy doing from your childhood. Maybe that is Mario. I don't know. But there's also healing through fungi that's coming through. Whether this is things like lion's mane, various kinds of, I guess we'll say culinary, medicinal mushrooms in that way. The reason I'm separating is because I know like psilocybin type mushrooms are not legal everywhere. And I'm not encouraging breaking the law in any way, but there are some places here in the United States, especially where it is legal. There is something about healing through mushrooms coming through, okay? And listen to your own intuition on this. It could be that kind of mushroom. It could be a more culinary mushroom, like I said, but they all have some impressive healing benefits to them. And that's what you're going through right now is healing with memories. So there's something about gaining that support, because mushrooms are kind of like, fungi is such an interesting, the way that they use spores and everything. It's very like kind of alien. I don't know. So there's something about tapping into otherworldly powers, what I'm feeling with that. Next, what came through was a fern, and ferns have spores on the bottoms of their leaves, and that's how very similar to like fungi, you guys. And ferns are very like a very high vibration plant too. They are protective. So what I'm getting from that is there's a nature, like carving out the space. You're being asked to protect what you're going through right now, because it sounds like there's some serious heavy stuff, not positive or negative, but like your heart is speaking, it's time to listen. That's what I'm getting. And if there's something that's distracting you from hearing what it's saying, it's time to put that aside, at least for a moment, to hear what's going on. This feels very important. Okay, so Spirit, what do we have for Gemini? Can't believe I almost forgot that. That was a good one. I liked the imagery that was coming through. What do we have? Oh, and you guys, thank you so much for love and support. Okay. If anything here does resonate with you in the reading, you just enjoy what I'm making here content-wise, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Those are all fantastic ways to support me in the growth of this channel here, and that is absolutely my goal. So thank you for supporting me in that way. I do also have my Cash App and PayPal links in the description. If you do want to tip or donate in a direct way, I will accept that. It's not mandatory, but I truly appreciate it. And those that have, thank you guys so much. That is very, very helpful. I do also take personal readings, and the link for that is going to be a pinned comment and also in the description, okay? All right, moving forward. Always moving forward. Queen of Wands. So what the component I'm getting from this actually is you guys are looking for this strength to face a fear, okay? To the Queen of Wands, what tends to come through, especially recently for me, is that Pink song, looking fear in the face and saying, I just don't care. The black cat here represents bad luck in the tarot. And in the standard Wyatt card, this queen is the only one who doesn't have salamanders on her robe, which symbolizes salamanders are like an immunity to fire or protection to fire. So she's the only one who doesn't have this innate protection from fire, and wands are fire. She's so fire, you guys. So the way that comes through is like she doesn't have that innate protection, and she's still got a black cat. She don't even give a shit. She's doing what she wants to do because she feels like it's what she needs to do. And that's the memory that's coming through. I feel like you're getting an intuitive hit right now on protecting. So listen to that, okay? Inhale confidence and exhale fear. That's what the Queen of Wands is doing. So being in the section of your hope or your desire here, that's what I'm feeling. You are maybe even already cognizant of that and you're working towards that. Keep looking fear in the face and saying, I don't give a shit, okay? So, Spirit, what do we have here for Gemini? January 2024. Can't believe we're already... I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, but I can't believe we're already starting another year. I'll be happy to leave this one behind. And check out your Rising Moon and Venus if you guys would like some more information on what is going on in your journey right now. Any major placements in your chart can be helpful. If there's something, like this reading doesn't resonate with you either, I would encourage you to take a look at that, see what's going on. And this is a general reading, so if it does resonate with you, please accept the message. If it doesn't, it's okay to leave it behind for someone else. It is normal as well for some things to apply or others to not. Please don't try to make it fit if it doesn't, but energies can also be flopped, okay? So just keep that in mind. Five of Cups. So there's something that's still hanging on as far as disappointment. You guys are having a hard time, maybe fearing letting go of this disappointment, whatever it is that you're disappointed in. I'm feeling loss of some sort because the Three of Swords was coming through as I was shuffling this too, which is going to be a loss, heartbreak. That disappointment is being focused on. So the story of that is like, you know, the person spills these 3 cups that have a liquid in them that used to bring them pleasure, but they no longer have a taste for, but they're staring at it and they're disappointed. So it's kind of a, you know, there's really no need to be focused and disappointed on it. You didn't have a taste for it anymore anyway, right? There's still 2 cups here though that you can turn around and enjoy, that have something inside of them that do bring you pleasure. So it's like you're afraid right now, whoever this applies to, you're afraid of shifting from whatever's been lost. I feel like that came through in a message recently too. Like that's all you have left of this is the disappointment, whatever it is that you're missing. And having the heart's memories coming through for healing, I would imagine that probably actually applies to more people than I think, okay? That message of cut the turd off is kind of the one I think I'm pulling from here. You guys, it's okay to take courage and have faith to just let that go. But I'm feeling very much like you need to carve out some space for yourself. Like I said, it may be just too difficult right now to find the energy that you need because it's being spread so thin to properly go through what you're going through right now, okay? So general energy, you've got 9 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. So 9 of Cups here, the one that's standing out the most is wish granted from the universe. So they are super excited AF here. because the universe has granted their gift. This is, or wish, this is a gift from the universe is what's coming through. But this is personal satisfaction as well. Success, okay? So there is something I'm feeling, there is success surrounding. Let's move into this a little bit more. Three of Pentacles talks about success and working with other people. There's a note of, it's like collaboration, okay? Using your skills to collaborate with other people who have skills to create something wonderful. Being more than the sum of your parts is what's coming through. Interesting. Which is something that I feel Gemini is very good at. Like they are very good at focusing on the details that are a part of a whole. Maybe not as good at focusing on the whole. Like some signs are better at that. Like their sister sign, Sagittarius, is very good at looking at something as more of a whole, right? They're the opposites on the wheel there. Both are important, but that's what I'm getting, like working with others, that's where that success is coming. Working with somebody who maybe has that kind of skill, maybe working with the Sagittarius, having success, wish fulfilled through that endeavor. But what I'm getting is don't try not to get caught up in the details, but also don't let anybody make you feel like the details aren't important, okay? There's a balance that's needed, but it's okay to like utilize your superpowers too. Can we get some more information here on the general, please? Thoth deck, okay. Oh, and you guys have got my my Lightseers tarot, my This May Hurt tarot, got my standard rider deck, and then I do have my Thoth deck. This was the first deck that I was given, and it is making its debut here, okay? Thoth is a little bit different than the rest of the tarot. There are similarities, but some things are a little bit different too. So can we get some more information on the general energy for Gemini, please? Woo, just flew right on out. The Hermit, well, hello. Yes, okay, so this is pointing to the isolation that the empathic starseed was talking about. There's a need to cloister, you guys, to an Aeon on the bottom of the deck here. So the component, this is a very highly spiritual card, but there's a component of initiation through silence, okay? And what I'm feeling from that is that's your heart coming, whatever's coming up into your heart, there are some messages, memories that are coming through for healing and support. And then there's also messages that are coming through, but there's a need for silence, okay? Bringing your energy back, separating that energy from other people so that you can be initiated into that process. You can hear what's going on. And that's what the Hermit's talking about as well. Isolation, going inside and receiving the answer, okay? Receiving the guiding light because of that. So a great way to start the year, you know, especially if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere, I guess, would be winter, right? We're going into winter here, like winter time here. This is a winter season for most of you, or for some of you. It's okay to slow things down as well. I know that society demands go, 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 but this isn't the 60s anymore. It's not all about go, go. I think that's 60s. 70s? Anyway. Rest! Oh my goodness, I love when everything clicks. Listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind. Very clear message, you guys. I feel like that's pretty clear. So this is the good news. Good news. Whatever's in here is going to be a positive for you. So there's Justice and then Three of Cups. Justice here talks about balance. So there's definitely there's a balancing effect that's required right now. Being in the good stuff here, what I feel is that things are being brought back into balance for your betterment, including karma. This could even be, for some of you, I feel like there is success or good news in a legal situation. Something working in your favor. About damn time, right? It requires you to get back into your energy, though, to protect your own energy. And that's a part of the balancing effect. But I feel like there are these things that have been waiting for you to get your shit together. Thank you, Spirit. I'm a Gemini sun too, okay? And yeah, my spirit team is very Very spicy. I don't know. They don't. They make me laugh. But anyway, you're needing to get out of your way in some ways, and part of that is having the maturity is what's coming through. Having the maturity to know when you need to switch off, when you need to separate from others' energies and be in your own. And that can take some time, to figure out what's going on. You're being encouraged to pay attention to that right now. Three of Cups, this talks about success is the main component that I'm getting from this. Celebration, a reason to celebrate. This could be, for some of you, it could be, celebrating with friends, your comrades here, but it's mostly success and celebration that's coming through here. There's a reason to be happy. Something's going to be successful. And I do feel, I don't know what it is that some of you may be going through legally, but I feel like there is things moving in your favor. Positive karma coming in, positive balance, positive verdict. Okay. Can we get some more information here on the good news here for Geminis? What's the good news? Ooh. Oh, this is the wrong deck. It gets very it almost feels like fingers grabbing on each other. It's so weird, you guys. Tarot's fun. And each deck has their own personality. I do a date night with each of my decks when I get a new deck. Gemini, good news here, please. Ooh, asking about what they're here for. What is their tone going to look like? What are they helping me to heal? That sort of thing. And the Toth deck is they're a sassy little bitch, I'll be honest with you. But I'm deeply connected with that deck, and it doesn't bullshit. It gives a straightforward answer. So 9 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups is what comes through here to clarify your good news. 9 of Pentacles, this is happiness, joy, contentment. So whatever's coming through is a balancing effect. You guys just take a break, take a breath, take a rest. That's what that word was, all three of us together. Take a rest, okay? Get into your own energy. Whatever obligations you feel like you have I get there are some that have to be done. If you can take a mental health day or week, do it, okay? Take some sick time. If you don't need to be around friends or family, don't. This is important for you to recharge right now. 8 of Cups talks about leaving something behind. There's a component of feeling like something's missing here. What I'm feeling is something will be filled. Whatever, this requires you to take some time to yourself, but something is being replaced. Like someone stole your favorite snacks from the Ben and Jerry's ice cream from the freezer, but they replaced it before you knew. So it's you got a full thing of ice cream. I've never done that. Who does that? Acceptance. Accept past and current situations. Work through issues gracefully. So the acceptance, I feel like that's just nodding to what I'm saying. There's a need to accept where you are right now energetically so that you can deal with it appropriately. So your obstacle, this is your hidden influence and then obstacle that comes through. So hidden influence is 8 of Wands, and the obstacle is the Queen of Swords. So 8 of Wands talks about good news, you guys. I feel like this is a really great reading. As soon as you can, maybe some of you are struggling with why am I so effing tired? Because you need to rest. We are human, and just because everybody around us is telling us that we need to keep going doesn't mean that we can. We are human. There's only so much energy that we have during the day. So make sure that you're all the basic, pragmatic stuff, food, water, sleep, exercise, make sure that nutrients, vitamins, make sure that you're taking care of yourself as best as you possibly can. But right now, there's a huge encouragement to separate your energy from other people's energies. And I feel like that's because I see a gear shift, a manual operation. You're being shifted into a higher gear. But in order to do that, I love that. In order to do that, you have to hit the clutch, right? So the clutch, hitting your clutch is disengaging, okay? The clutch holds the transmission in so that you can shift gears. Okay, so that's what's going on right now. You're shifting gears. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. You're shifting gears, but it requires that you rest, go into clutch mode, so that you can be shifted. Speed comes through here too. Haste. What I'm feeling is like things have been too hasty. Things have been moving too quickly. You need to rest. Energy coming to depletion. Okay, I feel like you're going to be rebooted here soon. The Queen of Swords being in the obstacle. This is she is pursuing truth. What comes to mind for me on this one actually is the swords are not heart. They're air, they're mind, which is what we're used to for sure. But the sword suits, especially the king and queen, are pretty heartless. They don't, out of the entire deck, they don't have emotions really attached to it. She is kind and compassionate about giving truth or needing to receive truth and pursuing the truth. But she can be a bit of an ice queen sometimes too. So what I'm feeling like, this is nodding to this burnout that you guys are going through as well. There's a difficulty, like Memories is talking about with the healing that's coming up. There's an intense amount of emotion that is being experienced by your heart, but you're burnt out. Like you're that ice queen. You're like, I don't even give a shit, heart, you know? Which isn't really the case, but you're so tired right now that it's difficult to truly experience what that is. Okay, the good parts about that. So take a break. All right, take a break. 8 of Wands here. Can we get some more info, please? Toth. Okay, so four of discs is what comes through here, which is 4 of Pentacles. So in this deck, the word that they have on here is power. So 4 of discs, 4 of Pentacles talks about security and stability, specifically in a financial way. So this is your ability, like having an how do I put that? Balancing your approach financially allows you to have power in this realm. Like that's what the 9 of Pentacles talks about, your ability to walk through this realm with confidence and power, security, peace, happiness. In a lot of ways that comes from money. Like we live in a money world. Money. But there's a note of balance to this. So being in your hidden influence, what I'm getting is, for some of you, it's about your work and your rest time. But also it's talking about what you're spending versus what you're saving, looking at that flow. Because that can aid to your stress, right? A lot. Money is one of those things that can send you into depression, not having it, being stressed out in that way very quickly, more than a lot of other things. So being in the hidden influence, what I'm just getting an encouragement to get that into a healthy state as well. And maybe that's a part of the message that's coming through and asking you to separate from what's going on outside. Maybe you go out too much. Maybe you shop too much, whatever's going on. And when I'm saying too much, it's too much when it starts negatively affecting us. So this is individual for different people. It's not a judgment. This is a call to pay attention to your own needs and balance. So Queen of Swords here is clarified by the 3 of Wands. There is a note of Aries that comes through this card. And I think you guys had anger. You had a lot of anger coming through in your last weekly reading that I did here, connected to somebody. I feel like it's connected to this too. So anger coming through on that Aries, Mars. But 3 of Wands is putting energy into like taking a plan and putting it into motion, okay? Enacting that plan, moving forward, getting on the right track. I feel like you're struggling, whoever this message is for, you guys are struggling to gain your footing. Like I see like icy boots and ice, slipping, having a hard time getting your traction. And I feel like it's because of that anger. So there's this kind of weird balance, being the Ice Queen here. It's almost like you're shutting off, you're shutting off your heart or trying to block it because that emotion is so intense. It may be disruptive in what you're experiencing in life. That's also why you're being asked to sequester, okay, guys, to separate from other people's energy, because that needs to come up. That's a part of the things that are coming up, okay? You need to feel that without judgment. That's what this card is talking about in the healing, to not have judgment over what's coming up from your heart, to just experience it. Maybe you haven't had an opportunity to do that. You need that. You need that. Any other information here for Gemini? Strength, determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. So yes, isolating, like I said, is bringing that discovery, that self-discovery forward. And it's going to take strength, you guys, okay? This isn't an easy task, especially if you are experiencing volatility from your own heart. That's not easy to like willfully put yourself in that position to go through, but you need to go through it. It's the only way through it, is through it. And the more that you try to push that down, the more that it's going to try to come up in a loud way. So, and this message is, yeah, you know, it's a general message. Like I said, if it's resonating with you, please listen. For everyone though, it's just saying it's time to take a break. Okay. You deserve a break. All right. Have a Kit Kat. We all deserve a break. So this is the outcome. And the way that I'm taking it is, the way I've been reading this is it's a diverted path. So, that's very interesting. I feel like, of course, that would be very, very Gemini type energy. So there's a card in this deck specifically, This May Hurt, that's called the This May Hurt, This May Help card. And on one direction, there's an angry wolf with a woman here. The other direction is like a happy wolf. So it's saying whatever is going on may help or it may hurt. So this is what came through on one of the paths. The other path here is Queen of Swords. So I actually take this as kind of a flopped. Being in your obstacle here, you had Queen of Swords as well, being that Ice Queen. So what I feel like from this is this Queen of Swords to me is properly balancing her pursuit of truth. She's being kind and compassionate towards herself and to others by spending some time alone. She went up on this mountaintop, right? So that she could figure out the truth. So in one path, what I'm feeling like here, the outcome is that you will be ascertaining that truth that you're needing by being alone, by going through this process. There's a small note of mourning that's going on this card as well. Maybe some of you need to allow yourself to go through this process of mourning. That does take the time that it takes, but there may be obligations, and I'm feeling Mercury retrograde, you guys, I can tell with my words. There may be obligations that are taking you away from your ability to go through this process. So in one vein, I see there's success here, okay, you guys, finding this mastery over the truth through kindness and compassion, which means you're being patient with yourself and allowing whatever's going to come up to come up. The other path here is the This May Help, This May Hurt, and this came through in the This May Hurt side. So whatever this other path is talking about, I feel like it's just continuing to hurt yourself by doing whatever it is you're doing, by avoiding your own energy, okay? I pulled another card on that for clarification and got the Knight of Swords that came through. This is putting thought into action. But again, in the sword suit, that is less heart. The Knights are all about action. This is a very, very quick moving energy, the Knight of Swords here. So I feel like it's just talking about there's a need to make a change, you guys. You guys need a rest. You need a break. This may hurt along with this kind of speed makes me feel like you're on the verge of really like not just burnout, but what I think of as like hormonal injury, okay? Cortisol can kill you eventually. Even having damage to your endocrine system through stress, estrogen, testosterone, like there's so many hormones that are going on. That's what we're here experiencing is a balance of hormones or imbalance. I just don't see that being a very positive outcome for you guys. So let's get some more information here, please. Queen of Swords, the outcome of the Queen of Swords, please, Spirit. Ooh. Queen of Pentacles. So I love having both queens here. And having Queen of Pentacles, she's an earth grounded energy. So there's definitely some stability and warmth through the earth that's coming through there, that's balancing out that sword energy. But she's very receptive. She's very fertile. And there's abundance here too. So taking a break, all right, sequestering yourself up here on this mountain, letting what needs to come up, is bringing about this new form of fertility for you, moving forward into this new chapter, whatever's happening next year. And I feel like this for a lot of the signs, or all the signs really, we're moving into next year. There's a lot of shit that's going to be happening. So there's a need to like rest, to rebalance things before we shoot off into this direction, or we're going to like break some legs. I don't know. There's a need to heal before moving on into this next chapter. So any more information here on this other path here, please, with Knight of Swords, Spirit? Oh, getting tough. Oh, no, this one here. Okay, Seven of Wands. So I'm feeling like this is going to be, yes, you continuing to need to like defend yourself from everything, continuing to feel like there is this attack going on from the outside. That's exhausting. And I feel like that's what you're feeling like right now. That's why there's a need to take a break. Okay. It doesn't mean like continue to protect yourself. We should always be protecting ourselves. But this feels excessive. Just take a break, you guys. I know Gemini doesn't like to take a break. Passions, don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. So this is, summing it up, the heart part here. Follow what makes your heart happy. What makes your heart happy right now is taking a break and listening to what it has to say, because it is sending you memories, which are also messages for your healing and growth, okay? Gemini, I know you can do this. I know as a fellow Gemini, it does suck sometimes to take a break, but if you relate to that empathic starseed energy, which I definitely do as well, you may like isolation also, okay? So just take a break. You guys will be great, all right? I love you so much, and I'll see you here for the yearlies. All right, bye.